Stepping Stones, A Refugee Family's Journey, written by Margriet Ruurs, artwork by Nizar Ali Badr. With special thanks to Saji Korkamaz in Syria, whose help made this book possible. Also thanks to Saida Basarat Kazim in Pakistan, Basma Nadi in Australia, and Bob Tyrrell of Orca Book Publishers. This book is written in English and Arabic. I will be reading it in English. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Albert Einstein. Rama, wake up, the rooster crowed every morning when we still lived at home. From my warm bed, I listened as Mama prepared breakfast, bread, yogurt, juicy red tomatoes from our garden. When I was little, not so long ago, my brother Sammy, our friends, and I played on sun-baked soil. We laughed, ran across rocks and sand, free as birds. When Papa came in from the fields, he would sit for a time under the orange tree and tell stories of our ancestors. In that not-so-distant memory, we were free. Free to play, free to go to school, free to buy fruit and vegetables at the market, free to laugh and chat, drink tea with our neighbors, always 3 cups, but that was then, and this is now. Back then, Jaddu, my grandfather, fished. Papa worked in the fields. Mama sewed silk scarves for me and my dolls, wrapped in silk and hugs. I didn't know our lives would soon change forever. But Jaddu said we weren't really free. If we're not allowed to sing our songs, to dance our dances, to pray the prayers of our choice, are we truly free? Then war came to our country. Life in our village changed. Nothing was as it had been. Soon there was not enough food. Rama, share this bowl of soup with Sammy. I didn't know then that Mama would go hungry, but we still had Mama's hugs and Jaddu's arms to hold us. Then the birds stopped singing. People began to leave our village. First a trickle, then a stream across dusty fields under a burning sun, a stream driven by hope, mothers, fathers, children, seeking a better place, a better life. A river of strangers in search of a place to be free, to live and laugh, to love again, in search of a place where bombs did not fall, where people did not die on their way to market, a river of people in search of peace. At first, when our neighbors left, I didn't mind. I had Papa and Mama and Jaddu and Sammy. I still had friends. We waved goodbye, not knowing they wouldn't come back. But when the bombs fell too close to our home, Mama and Papa became frightened for us all. I hid my face in Mama's lap and cried, even though I am a big girl. One day, Jaddu told Sammy and me that it was time to join the river of people, time to leave all that we knew. That night I lay in bed and cried, because I knew I would never again hear the crow of the rooster, the creak of the gate, the bleat of our goat. I lay awake and listened to the wind, wondering if the moon rises the same way in other places. Sammy and I said goodbye to the flowers in our yard, to our goat, to the soil we call home. Then we walked. We walked and walked and walked. I tried to match my steps to Jaddu's long strides. I tried to hold Mama's hand, but she carried blankets, a bundle of clothes. I carried only memories in my heart. We walked. sometimes alone, but mostly with many others. Everyone fleeing the war, running away from the bombs. Papa carried little Sammy and more on his back. When I grew so tired and cried, Papa told me we were walking toward a brighter new future. We walked to the end of the earth, and when we reached it, there was the sea. We set sail on waves of hope and prayer. I was frightened as the waves battered our little boat. And not everyone made it safely across. We said prayers for those whose journey ended at sea. When we arrived on land once again, Mama and Papa planted seeds to grow flowers, to remember those who did not reach freedom. And on we walked, tired. I was so tired. My feet felt like the rocks on which we walked. My legs were trees rooted to the soil. On we walked, but now we walked across lands free from war, free from guns and bombs, free from fear. Now we walked in hope. At last we came to our future. New neighbors welcomed us with open arms. I heard their voices but didn't understand their words. But when I saw their smiles, I knew what the words meant. Stay, they said. Stay here with us. You will be safe now. No more war. They shared what they had, clothes, foods, even a new doll. We have a new home now. A home with new sounds and smells, with smiles and people who help. Will this always be home, or will we go back one day? The lucky ones, they call us, new memories, new hopes, new dreams, not of war, but of peace.